Ladies and gentlemen, to the Champion League Season 2 semi-final playoff between Lewpac's Banter Bus 2.3 and Enarion, Saviors of Athelloren. A terrifying near 500 TV difference between the two teams. Strength for Lew, tackle Pom, and has a couple of backup budget tackles. Strength for Enarion is a 4 strength and Agi 5 Mighty Blow Fen Dancer. So the dancers aren't getting piled on, and any cas he does take will be somewhat serious. I guess that's the long and the short of the stake for the two teams. Now, immediately into the match, hasn't thought about inducements yet. So yeah, look, that's something I might have planned for a while. It'll definitely be a wizard. Mighty Blow on the dancer on its own when the dancer's carrying the ball. Be pretty spectacular. As for the betting is open, so the bot would have prompted you as to what to bet. We have one person who's bet on Lewpac and 3 on Enarion so far. 100% payout, so you'll double or nothing. And we'll give you till the kickoff. Alright, you can enter by typing bet ID and then amount, with the option being 0 for Lewpac and 1 for Enarion. Seems to be some sort of Call of Cthulhu raid. I'm sure if Lew was here, he would say, "Thank you for the host, Call of Cthulhu." And then do like a cheeky grin. Alright, Wizard Bribe. Look, realizes the advantage of a 12-man opposition. Tackle Pom being able to get someone down, maybe a lucky Mighty Blow hit. Yeah, well, we know that's 16 Thor. Also, after the match, test out your new Thor command. And yeah, look, Enarion knows about overtime now. Knows its golden goal. Committed the song to memory. So with 190k remaining for Lew, he has the Wizard Bribe. Oh man, mousing over a Minotaur. No way. But there's no reason you don't go all out. I'll go double bribe to Wizard. Pretty sure Lew has a 13-man team. And so the Mighty Blow Dancer blitzers could get removals. I wouldn't hate double babe. And then when you've got 90k remaining, yeah, toss up between a reroll or a second bribe. Pretty sure he's got a dirty player, so if he's got the dirty player, the second bribe really makes sense. It does seem to be going for the Wizard, double bribe, double babe. Don't think you could fault that at all. Outside of a chef, so that was the other thing too. Like a removal on the leader thrower. Not that he's ever going to get a blitz on the leader thrower, but if something happens that enables it, I can't see him not taking it. Sorry, Lew chatters. Because because I can't steal Lew's thing off Twitch, I'm also recording it. Ducky's team's a pretty good Dark Elf team that's missing a 4-strength Pom Witch. Yeah, and with toss 4 rerolls in hand. So look, I guess that's an argument against the chef with 4 rerolls. You know, optimistic to steal 2. Having him down to 2 is not going to be anything spectacular. DP on defense, I guess it wouldn't be bad. I mean, we've seen every game Enarion's played in this final series, and he's really looked for the early score. I doubt that will change. And when he does run someone up, getting the, and then blitzes him down, there might be some base contact to get through. No reason not to foul him. Giants man off the field is a fairly safe bet, but then again, when you take the dirty player on, who's really coming off? It's not a wrestle tackle. Maybe blodge. Oh, look at that. Lewlew takes blodge off. Yeah, absolutely. A second dirty player tackle. Oh, well, I rephrase. A third tackle on the field. Makes absolute sense. Lewlew was 0 and Enarion was 1. So bet 0, 500, put 500 on Lewpac. Yeah, DP on defense is fine, as there's not really anything disastrous that happens other than your opponent scoring early. No hippie, he's muted. But it was simultaneous anyway. Like, that's the thing. There was some criticism that I might have arbitrarily agreed with Lou, but who would have thought that two people that have at least 2,000 hours in Blood Bowl 2, and, play tons of Chaos Edition, even... I think Lou did some fumble, have the same idea as to what's good. It's crazy. Heaven forbid someone comes up with the same idea. All I do is meme. We do have a spectacular halftime show planned. At least 1 minute of preparation has gone into it. It'll be spectacular. Exclamation points for point. A much cooler thing than, banter or loopons. But like loopons, that would be a sick channel currency. Look at early days in terms of the setup. Enarion usually has his double thrower in the backfield. I cannot imagine... Well, this might actually be a thing too. Everyone on Enarion's team is blodge. Well, everyone valuable. Maybe having the number 13 catcher not on the field. But look, not having a catcher on the field on an offense where you want to score early, maybe not the best. But you know that if you send that catcher downfield, it's getting 3 dice. Regardless, any catcher that goes down the field is getting 3 dice. And the other 2 catchers are protected by fend. Whereas the catcher that's on the sideline isn't protected by fend. There's a fairly good chance to remove it. Alright, bets are closed. 4 people have bet on Lou, and 7 on Enarion. We'll resolve that at the end of the game. Yeah, so another thing to think about, a lot of newer players will say, oh, Chaos, they've got, Claw Upon that's terrifying. While the piling on makes it radically better, a single Mighty Blow hit on an AV8 Beastman isn't too outrageous to get removals on its own either. And so there was a brief hesitation we saw in the inducement screen where Lou considered an Apo. Because he doesn't want to be done then either. That's the one way that he wins, and random removals from Mighty Blow Dancers will really cost him. Oh, the tree root on turn 1. Not a huge deal, as we know Enarion's likely to score early. However, because everyone knows that Enarion's going to score early, he might not. He might just stall it out. Might have read up on the 2-1 grind. Might have heard, previous rationale for stalling out a turn. And yeah, look, a Mighty Blow Blitz isn't random, but compared to a Pom Blitz, it's not probable. Maybe, who knows? What is this? Balls of steel. Absolute madman. I mean, the ball's still on the ground. It's not strictly threatened. Agi Dance is not really protected, so I guess even blocking it for a push, maybe you're still willing to mark it, just so that the Agi 5 isn't Claw Mighty Blowed, or anyone really. I wouldn't imagine so. It just probably doesn't want the 4-strength dancer in the backfield. If the pom happens, it happens adjacent the guard tree. That's that is not what I expected. I did not think it would see some red dice catch a block on a pommer. Oh, it meant to use dancer. Absolute madman. Offs the pick up, but no problem. Interesting, the dodge lineman at the back. Dodge lineman at the back on 15 SPP. Wow, he's going to greedily SPP farm for next match. That's how confident Enarion is. Yeah, exactly. Lose focus. Focusing, that's it. The amount of times, you know, having to think about stuff and say stuff while also planning your turn, it does take a little bit of effort to say things. 100% of your brain is used on a Blood Bowl match, you're more likely to not do dumb stuff. And that's really all it is. I mean, that sort of stuff, maybe a bit of inattention, maybe typing in chat to explain red die catcher blocks, knowing that the game's being streamed. Lew's much more familiar with streaming Blood Bowl than Enarion is. And in the back of his mind knows that a couple hundred people are watching, wants to try and explain away these questionable plays. Bit worrisome, and also with the tackle palmer not having block. Maybe the catch on the sideline isn't such an issue. Fun Lash and Beastman dodge, no worries. There's a street sweeper going past at 7 in the morning. So, good job from Lew. The Lodge catches marked by tackle. Not super surprising to see the 2-die blocks on Beastman being made. I mean, so as pointed out at the start, a bit strange to see the follow-up. Must have a scoring play already. Just gonna risk the 1 in 6, fair enough. Oh, with the team reroll, the 1 in 36, 4 rerolls in hand, not really an issue. But it becomes a 3+ pass with a reroll, or a 3+ catch with a reroll, as it's not the Agi man throwing the ball to the catcher. I mean, not safe, it's a 1 in 9 on turn 2, involving the ball. Unless the dancer does some really spectacular stuff, like this failed leap to clear the tackle wrestle, to make the catch a 1 in 36 as opposed to a 1 in 9. Oh man. Seems fair enough, though. It's Agi5 doing a 2+2+. Wise from Enarion to make the single dodge first, realize the reroll's burnt, rather than making 2 additional dodges, making a leap instead. Everything else is inbuilt. No pass block to worry about. Risks an extra 1 in 36 to get a Vandy pass on the thrower, bringing it to 46 SPP. Happy to run it in, resets to the tree. Yeah. Standard Enarion offense. Gives Lou plenty of time to score. But then again, all the pressure in the world, as if he muffs up a single thing in his offense, and Enarion goes 2 up at half time. You know how hard it is to come back when you're 2-0 down? Pretty hard. You would need a team exactly like Enarion's to be down 2 on the scoreboard at turn 12 and still manage a win in overtime. You would need exactly this team. And a bit of luck. Doubles. It is Australia Day today, but allegedly there was some sort of start of the stream hype. Don't know if people break tables. When does that? Protecting the tree on the LOS. I mean, fair enough. It was always going to get blocked by Claw Mighty Blow. Yeah, 75% success rate to get it down. Wouldn't then require tackle on the line. So by having the 3 guys with 3 least valuable players with Blodge on the line, I mean, who else was he going to use really? The tackle, yeah, tackle will be on the line. If the tackle's on the line and tied up, the dancers can go and threaten backfield. Similarly, Agi5 thrower, like Enarion's leader, exposed in front of the tree. It'll only be used 1 more time as his leader rerol's already been consumed for this half. But still, nice to take an Agi5 thrower out of the game. Agi5 thrower with short hands is the best man to recover a ball. A bunch of tackle zones post-cage blitz. So even though leader has been used, it's still, you know, outside of the dancers, probably the best player on his team. Even at movement 6. Another here, I'm sure we'll see Lou say, I'll tell you what, we'll switch view. It'll be symmetrical, so if I say left of or right of, it will be the same for both streams. Running follow-ups wouldn't be bad, for sure. Like, I wouldn't mind the tree and the thrower swapped. I'm sure the sidestep will just step away. Perfect defense, bit of a nuisance. We'll be able to set up away from tackle. And will require movement to be able to get 3 dice blocks. Not that those were ever planned. Tree ties up tackle. Won't even have to activate. Tackle ties up Lodgeman on the left-hand side. And there is a wrestle attack in the backfield, so it could still blitz the dancer. Dirty player would have to dodge to then risk a foul, and the dirty player having tackle, probably looking at, he's got 2 bribes. It's absolutely fine. But maybe if the bribes were gone, or even if he was down to 1, might be a little more hesitant. But no, if you foul that Agi5 dancer, you 100% do it. Especially at the start of a drive. Don't even need an assist for AV7 to have a reasonable success rate. Although you'd still prefer to, so that the DP can be applied on the casualty roll rather than the armor roll. Frenzy's not going to be too... Well, look, actually, it's a Juggernaut Frenzy, so it would cancel Fend, but not Sidestep. But I think field control at this point. Really, there's arguably only 3 in the backfield with the dancers and everyone just so close. A little bit scary. Have to watch out for these sidesteppers, as on pushes, they could sneak around the back. So I think preparing to get the ball safe first seems like a good idea. No sure hands carrier. Well, I guess no strip ball, so it doesn't really matter. Unless there's a 4-strength ball carrier planned. 4-strength ball carrier wouldn't even be bad. There's no surf at all with sidestep. Unless he red dice accesses the tree and dodges behind the dancer and the catcher on the left. Then blitzes the... You'd have to have 2 men behind to cancel both sidesteps. Yeah, look, after the game against Prees, where Prees did an amazing job with surfing. Holy smokes. Eldril opening stuff up. Even when he tried to protect the war dancers, Eldril opens up the screen, allows the palm blitz on a dancer. Incredible. Tense on the ground, not where you want it. No, Juggernaut cancels Fend on sidestep. And stand firm. And wrestling. I mean, I think I pointed this out last week, if the Juggernaut had block, it'd be pretty fantastic to blitz wrestle linemen. Not having block on the beastman really hurts too. I actually don't mind the ball in the hands of the wrestle tackle. It's probably not optimal, as the dancer still 2 dices in. But on the instance you 1 in 9, having the 4-strength dancer on the ground, or he'll look to free dirty player. Looks to free dirty player. Has guard on both sides of the cage, but it's slightly staggered so that if base contact was made with the tackle palm and Juggernaut man on the bottom right corner or the bottom central corner of the cage. Leap not outrageous. But I don't think he's the sort to leap into cages turn 2. I mean, Enarion's been quite reserved in his leaps, not only in his World Cup match against... Was it Bucky? The dwarf that he played before Bucky, he was very reserved in... Yeah, sure, he had no rerolls and still leaped into a cage. But only did it when it was absolutely last resort. Even against Prees, threatened it the entire game, but only did it when it absolutely mattered. The right way to go about things. And with sidestep Fend on the ball, it's just so much more terrifying. Lodge step lineman ties up 2 warriors. Pretty potentially going to be tying up 1 tackle. Ball carry with the other tackle leaves only the tackle palm as the scary guy. Free dicing with trees. The way to do it. Only a block beastman, nothing too scary. Down 1 for the drive. The remaining 5 turns a bit hectic. Pass me blodger. Puts it on the tree. With such successful blocking, only 4 on the ball carrier can move without dice. Track that. 4 and not the ball carrier can move without dice. I mean, I guess the one good thing is he could tackle Mighty Blow the catcher off the ball in a manner that had no desirable sidestep squares at the cost of an extra man. Yes, Enarion 1-man bench, Lewlew 2-man bench. I was wondering about the bench. Didn't set up to get the 3 dice for a push. Forced to reroll it. It's a removal as a result, and look, here's the thing. He's in such a bad spot that I think if he did spend the extra man, as we said, he only had 4 men plus the ball carrier free, that could move. If he brought in the extra man, then having 3, and then blitz to then have 2 free men, get the block to be a success on a push, wasn't really making the ball safe. And so while it's sad times to have to reroll the 3 dice, and it's, you know, it's early days. It's not like it's turn 8 where you should absolutely block for a push to score. I mean, you can be a little bit greedy earlier on. But, I mean, ball wasn't safe. You know, 1 in 27s, 21s, 27s aren't outrageous. Look, Enarion posed a question. Forced dice that had to succeed. Got a reroll out of it. And the price paid was a KO. I know. Not fucking feeling everything. Ah. Dirty dingo. Always tempted to not move the tree here, and we could go 1 square south to tag the next tackle next turn. Having 3 on the trees pretty stellar. I think he's just gonna look for the same sort of pressure. This time, number 11 catcher is downfield. But came downfield this turn. But having him in that spot leaves him open for next turn. And so, you know, maybe leaping into cages won't be a bunch of crazy business. By moving the catcher down, maybe he's willing to sacrifice his catcher. It doesn't have fend, so it will get piled on. It will, over 40% of the time, be removed. But controls the tackle pommer's blitz, so he's less scared about having the dancer nearby. In fact, both dancers nearby. So one tackle on the tree, one tackle on the ground tagged by a catcher, and the other tackle holding the ball. Maybe that's the rationale between holding the ball on a wrestle tackle, is so that maybe Lew's, having seen all of Enarion's games, knows that he likes to bust a corner and apply pressure, force blocks that have to work. And so he wanted to be able to have the option of blitzing with a ball carrier. And for a success to then escape. More likely to work with... Oh, absolute madman. Deserves to be punished. Isn't punished. Wow, I hated that foul. A one-man team that's only lose condition is going down men to chaos. To risk it on a no assist foul because of the ball carrier adding +1, the catcher adding -1. Sanity. Double 5s, 6s and 5s, and a 5 and a 6 were the 3 dice combinations where he broke armor. So if he was ever going to get any sort of success there, he was getting sent off, realistically. But look, regardless of that foul, Enarion's done... put in an amazing amount of pressure. Looks like it'll be a base cage. Yeah, I was thinking the pylon, like as we said not 10 seconds ago and at the start of the game, I think the Lew's real into this game is through getting removals, and that's why Enarion's foul I thought was abysmal. No reason not to pom. In the additionally, had he not pommed, the tackle pommer's taking a 4-strength dancer blitz. Not even a blitz, a free block on from the dancer. Mighty Blind AV8 is. You know, not as reliable as their claw bomb hit, but not outrageous to get a removal. Where Enarion had a guard catcher. Oh, it was the one KO'd. Alright. So a little less scary with the basing of cages with the guard catcher off the field. Agility 3 on a Chaos Warrior, it's the same as a human lineman, standard lineman. Not an Agi 2. It's a 3. It's a 1 in 9 out, and I'm sure he would have, before making that dodge, saying, well, I'm going to commit a reroll to this. Without the guard, I guess it could be 1 dice for a push. Cage corner's already marked at the start. The first action leaps in. 2 dice on the ball. For pushes. Reroll gone. Yeah, look, I think this same play... Well, not really the same play. If he risks the number 3 lineman dodge on a 1 in 36 for the assist... I guess guard would ruin it, and on the other side tentacles were doing it, so I guess he was leaping in regardless. Fair enough. Pretty lucky to have the push skull there. Agi 5 dancer ready to pick it up and run away. Or pick it up and hand it off to a catcher in any sort of tackle zones. I guess on a success. He risked his edgy 5 thrower for the 2 die on the Chaos Warrior. Yeah, and so that's usually the reason why you don't base a cage. Oh, Horseman spots out Catcher could maybe think about red dice and I'll get an assist for a 1 dice to bang the Wrestle Tackle Man into, on a push, the unmoved Dancer. AG5 gets the assist for the 2 dice. 4 Strength Dancer, 2 dice as Wrestle Tackle. All on the ground, all Chaos Men marked. There won't be any movement outside of to pick it up afterwards. I don't see a scenario in which you don't make a 2 dice attempt. The downside is you put your AG5 Catcher adjacent to the Tackle Bomb. But if the ball's on the ground, you're not too bothered. Makes the 1D. Wouldn't have minded the 2 die, to be honest. It wasn't a recovery then. The ball on the ground is just so good. But maybe he felt that the risk of marking the carrier for the assist adjacent tackle palm was just too high on his AG5 Shorthands Blodge leader, which is fair enough. Yeah, look, not super hard to free the ball carrier, but super hard to then make it safe. Yeah, look, the tree's done amazing work from that perfect defense. Really hampered the drive. It's an incredible value in tying up multiple men. Oh, baby. Heavy 7 too strong. Bend doing work. Yeah, look, you can look at 1 die percentage and say, look, 50% for this, or, I only fail 17% of the time. And you're right, if you make, 1 die, and it's a skull, on the balance of probabilities, you've been somewhat unlucky, but it's the risk you've taken. And I have very little sympathy for people that make 1 dice when they could have made 2 dice. They could have made a 2 die. But in that instance, if you felt that, marking the pommel wasn't worth it, which is absolutely fair enough, you'd only be marking the pommels with Fend. I've seen Enarion use Fend to great success to tie up that tackle pom. I don't think he would have risked his AG5 Blodge that would have got piled on. Interesting to see what happens with the 4 Strength Dancer. That, if blocked for a push, will end up on the ball. I assume he just doesn't make it. It'd be madness. Yeah, he's not making it, which is the right play, I think. And, oh man! Risking the 3+2+ with a reroll to get the unassisted foul on the Agi Dancer. I don't even hate that. I mean, he's got 2 for 3 turns. And if he made that GFI, it would have been a 7 on the armor roll. Oh man, interesting to see what the next 2 dice would have been. It would be that sneaky GFI. Yeah, so look, why is he not hitting 4 strength sidestep dancer? And as Enarion is lacking the guard. It's probably a chain somewhere. But not really. Oh, tree in one hole. Yeah, oh, no, never mind. Carry on. No, but that's, because of the guard, it'll be red. No, 2 assists. No, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Alright, 2 on the ball. 1 on the ball, because he will need to cancel the Mighty Blow fella. Which won't be too hard if he wants to base the Tense Warrior and Mighty Blow Warrior to do so. For a 2 dice on the ball, hard to say no. I guess he'd risk the sidestep in lineman. Or just provide an assist from the other side. Oh baby. Oh, Kaz's the sure hands. Instant zapoed. 4 strength catches the ball. So unable to the Agi 5 sure hands recover into downfield catcher. The one time you don't want Elf to catch it. Stellar turnover. Just huge pressure from the start. Yeah, no, he's done really well in Enarion to apply pressure to the right spots, tie up tackle as efficiently as he can. Putting Fend on the Pommer. Not risking his Agi 5 the previous turn. I mean, there is a tackle block on the Dancer. And a dodge through tackle for a KO. Okay, look, the risk in making the play on the back and not marking the Mighty Blowman is Mighty Blowman now has a single 2 dice on the ball carrier dancer. And look, regardless of his sidestep squares, there's going to be another follow-up. But the dilemma is, for Lew, the scatter's going to be potentially shit. Very few can realistically react to the ball. You probably want to get it down on your first attempt. And look, there's just very few beastmen on the pitch. I mean, we've seen aggression now from the Wood Elf team, but he's done it properly, like really assessing who he's marking and with what. So, yeah, look, oh man. Offensive fireball, turn 6. Gets both dancers and a catcher. Doesn't break armor on either. Look, that's a pretty good result. Has the ball in no tackle zones. Lodge holding the ball isn't really that important. Maybe even a warrior holding the ball, arguably better. I guess the real advantage of that fireball, with those sorts of successes, is that many chaos can rotate and get to a near scoring position with these exact successes. And Dirty Player pretty relevant to the Agi Dancer. Gets the thrower. Piling pretty huge. Only a 6 on the initial armor roll. It definitely piling it on. And for KOs, I don't think Enarion had a babe. And yeah, look, with these successes on the Dancer, well, look, and Lew does have a reroll. Guard, Guard Warrior could be out of range of everyone on a single GFI. That would be a double GFI to mark him. Or no GFIs and only red dice. That's then a 3+3+. Gets it initially. I think that'd be fine. It's his best play to score. Oh! I would have liked some safe reactions first, so maybe moving up the guys that were downfield. They do provide a good screen against the strength 4. Yeah, I guess the other dilemma is it is only turn 6. So he can run in safely on turn 7, but still into turn 8 might be a bit harder. It's Ducky and Debaser for the next match. Noob. Yeah, look, that fireball came in clutch. Got exactly what he needed. And yeah, if he does manage to maneuver a stall to turn 8, which I don't imagine that Enarion will let him. Apparently, Agi didn't work. Wouldn't be too hard to clear the 4 strength to a threatening position. If it doesn't get blitzed down, and it will. Tackle options available. Yeah, being 1-1 at the end of the first half. If the KOs don't wake up, and Enarion has no babe, half of them wake up, let's say 2 or 3, lose 8-turn offense. Mightn't be too hard if the dancer leaps aren't on point. But yeah, scoring on 8 will be really important to shut down those KOs. And so while I'm sure, deep in his chaos heart, Lou wanted to get the Tentacles Claw Mighty Blow Man to hit the tree and bring in 2 assists to do it, it was far more important to send the players downfield to protect the ball and react to these dancers, rather than make a block on the tree. Then that's something you'll never see in Cole. Every Cole coach in the world would make every single block, and really think about what happens next turn. It was a good call to dodge away those, and to protect the warrior holding the ball. Yeah, there is always 1 turn, but if Lou can manage turn 9 through 16, and grind down as many elves as he can, maybe in Enarion's 1 turn, doesn't happen. Maybe there's fewer pushes, maybe there's, a bit of a kerfuffle. But yeah, no, a successful drive, a successful offense, as he rephrased, a successful 8-turn offense for Chaos grinds people down without too much of an issue, if it's successful. And look, for all that aggression, for all that threat on the ball, Enarion paid the price in 5 KOs, 4 KOs. I did get the fireball. It was a kerfuffle, Tony Boy spoiler. Yeah, Jobe's right. In Lou chat, you don't need many players with a grab tree and a sidestep, for sure. Tough decisions. Dancers threaten every single square, and are only at 1 reroll. I don't know if I would hate a blitz to clear the warrior as a sidestepper. So he's got men that are otherwise doing nothing. I wouldn't hate tentacles on both dancers. And it is only a 1-2 success on a leap, so like even just having it, having the ball cage might be better than a tentacle screen, because you can't really screen Agi 5. 4 strength tentacles against strength 3 men's isn't too exciting. But I mean, it's an extra roll. And you just need a War Dancer Blitz action to be caught up in a low roll Tentacles roll. Yeah, but that's the thing. While it is 50-50 then, or less, you know, Dancer uses the Blitz. It's still a 50-50 to, or near a 50-50 to deny your opponent's Blitz action. Isn't it Strength +2? Five, 2d6. Oh yeah, because it's not a beast. And look, yeah, no reason not to go for the tentacle play. And look, otherwise has enough men to cage. It's a nice midfield cage. 7 move downfield catcher. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Single GFI to cancel the assists. Would have to then block it towards the his own end zone, as the scatter being a little bit further away for the Agi 5 that could then get caught. I wouldn't have hated the Guard Chaos Warrior being adjacent the tackle pommer that was on the ground. Because, alright, yeah, not only would it stop this single GFI to cancel the assists, because of the tackle zones that it creates, it would be dodges and shit. But yeah, if the dancers are used to block away the tentacles, man, there's no recovery. Tentacles made successfully, 1 on a leap into a 6. There'll be a single 1 dice block. Doesn't get it. Oh! Agi 5 man will now have to do work, otherwise Lewlew can block for a push and still score. Agi 5 doesn't do a thing, Tentacles does a thing. Tentacles, what a boss pickup. Unbelievable, Jeff. Valley? No, I wouldn't think so. Yeah, no, look, just an assist to block up a square. The anyone blitzes the dancer from the other square adjacent to the ball carrier. And yeah, 2 die for a push. Beastman runs it in. So yeah, while it looked absolutely hectic from the start, oh, gets the pound too. Into a KO. Oh man. 1 shot for this dancer to come back in the match. He might even Appo it. I wouldn't hate it. Doesn't Appo it. Fair enough. Confident in his turn 16 play. Can't say no to another mighty blow power on a dancer. Oh man, that's about the 4th mighty blow on a dancer for a single KO. Get those powers, unbelievable. No, not at all, Jelly. He was absolutely banged on until a clutch fireball got down 2 dancers and a catcher. 3 from 4 fireball, if I'm not mistaken. But it was absolutely the play he needed to score this drive, and he absolutely needed to score this drive. And all the KOs as a result was the result of Enarion applying pressure. Look, oh boy, wow! Holy shit! Those are some KO rolls. Flipped a coin 6 times and got heads 5 times. Unbelievable, Jeff. Wow, Enarion the cheat. Only down 1 man for the drive. That's next level. Ah, well, I think that might even determine the game. I was thinking if half of those come back, you know, Enarion's then down 2, maybe 3. Lewlew can grind that out and secure the win. No problem. But for 5 of 6 to come back, it's going to be much like the first half. Enarion will apply that pressure, turn him over, and be 2-0 up. Might have been hacking the mouse, Johnny 5, absolutely. Oh, Morbid Orbits. Hacking the mouse. Holy shit. I mean, that's pretty funny. The hacking the mouse story. I think I concede because my time was getting low towards, you know, the 10 seconds left in the turn. And I would, you know, make a block and then use the push or follow decision to think for another 10 seconds. And the timer pauses when you're making a move or a block or a blitz and people are moving around. And he started getting really, really mad as to how the clock wasn't progressing. And he accused me of hacking. Then conceded. Hot diggity. Agi5 leader on the LOS. Pretty brave. That is really brave. Sure, you just put the shitter thrower. I know, Lou gets a lucky power here. If the catcher goes off down to 3. Is kick really that important? It wasn't even good. I'm sure if Blood Bowl 2 used the proper rules regarding kick, in that you could pick if you wanted to choose the scutter or not. Being a 1 and a 3, so going 1 east and 3 squares that way. Depending on where he clicked it, I guess. It wasn't a big scatter, so he probably didn't want to use kick, but Blood Bowl 2 forced him to use kick. The scatter was not very different from where he clicked it. But always, I think Jimmy's was being salty and critical. Oh yeah, I forgot the halftime rap god. Let's head tab out. Not bad though. We can do it, tell you what, we can do it post-match. But no, as for the game, equalizing your opponent's drive is a really good spot to be. Did use the wizard, didn't get as up men as he would have hoped. But no, Lou in a good position. It's all on Enarion to stop him. Oh, doesn't get it. You know deep down he wanted to greater roll that, but you can't in the overtime format. Agi5 sure hands leader getting away unpunished. Also a bit of a hole in this cage. First bribe used on the second or first successful foul. Armor broke. Yeah, a bit of a hole in the old cage. Not too hard for a catcher to cancel some assists. Not too hard for a dancer to 2-dice it. The dilemma is, no Wood-Elf coach wants to do a turn 9 leap into a cage just because there's no setup recovery to, you know, pick up the ball and then score. Yeah, true. After the game fall. You might not even like it. Dilemma on the macro strategy. Look, back to what worked. It was a terrifying offense. Like it was pretty lucky in the fireball. Yeah, it could be bait, but I mean, I don't think he's doing it turn 1, but he might. Tackle here, not coincidentally. It could be blocked away though. Yeah, maybe. Wrestle down, but doesn't on a both down really save any dancer squares outside of one. Really interesting if the tree roots or not. That'd be so clutch. Yeah, Lou has 2 bribes. Yeah, it could be a bait. Yeah, absolutely. But look, I don't think. Oh, look, apparently it's happening. Which still isn't bad. Got him. Leave it all used. Yeah, so the both down doesn't save the Agi 5 squares. But I guess it arguably won through tackle. Doesn't get him either. So of 7 dice on the ball, 2 dice on a 1 die for no success. Yeah, 3 1s into 3 6s on the leaps. I wonder how ballsy this tree goes. Is it just going to mark 2 warriors, or is it going to try and get the tackle as well? Edgy vibe lodge on the mighty blow. Native. Huge commitment to block down that tree. Otherwise, 2 scary dancers on the ball. I don't think you'll be able to chain this away just with how separated they are and how many holes they'll be able to sidestep into. Maybe the base wasn't the best bait. But I mean, I guess this was happening anyway, but it could have... Yeah, no, they wouldn't have changed really. And it is just a 1 in 9 out. For the, can't believe he took extra arms first. But no, bring an extra man for the assist. Yeah, but the 1 in 9 out is probably the best option here. There's not going to realistically be blocks to clear it. The dilemma will be how much does he want to risk. He hits the 4 strength fella steps up. Dodge becomes a 4+. Count okay is a good start. I have to point out all these powers, don't I? But I mean, those aren't the critical powers. It's these on the dancers. If he does commit men to block away these dancers, rather than attempting to dodge away. I mean, that was just a free 2 dice block, and I don't think the warrior was doing anything else otherwise ever. In the tree, fair enough. Oh, gets it as well. Timber. Broken. The dilemma being then will be getting the ball safe if he is dodging away. The lodge step fend catches. Applying so much pressure that there isn't really 2 dice blocks. on pushes that he sidestep menacingly. So really, the ball carrier dodge is all he's really got. And when he does do it, yeah. Oh! I don't know about the reroll. Had to be a success. And if he sidestepped down to the left, the tackle pom couldn't get the... No, it wouldn't have mattered. He'd get the assist either way. DP then 2Ds the thrower. Then what, Frenzy Man? 2s into maybe 1s, but if he stays on the ball, it's a 2 into a 2. He's really running out of time. Oh, this will just be a dodge. Oh, banged on. Yeah, tackle pom for the assist. 2. And then Frenzy Man. It's a 2 into a 1. Still scary as shit, but probably better than dodge. And we did hear that Lou was running out of time. Heard the running out of time sound. That sound I'm all too familiar with. Don't look at the clock, hear the sound, and start panicking. Yeah, I think the 2-die block, once it was a push, I think just accepting it, there was no extra square onto the ball. And the 3 out or the 1 in 9 with the reroll. Park adjacent to the tree, as shit as that is, it's at least around a bunch of warriors. Yeah, I didn't like that reroll. Oh, an amazing scatter, but why is Enarion making a block to scatter the ball prior? Blitz. Still has the option to blitz the warrior, but it's a 4-strength warrior, so look, really lucky for Lou to catch it. Otherwise, Agi 5 from both sides. Any scatter was pretty much fine, barring the square that the ball was in. He could have really been away. Now a 2 dice on this warrior, not too realistic. Yeah, look, I don't see a great option either. Looks like just making the 2 dice blocks that he can. If he gets the success with his catcher, it allows his dancer to blitz the tackle pommer. Doesn't get the success. Could risk the 1 in 6 dodge for the backup thrower. Get the 2D. If the 1 in 6 dodge then fails and he doesn't want to reroll it, the Agi 5's getting heavily banged on. And yeah, look, I think maybe the 4-strength carrier was the way to go. Pre's had the right idea. Enarion's been a little more aggressive than with the leaps than I thought he would. You know, it's been a tremendous success. You know, the cost of a reroll and some base contact and the KOs from the first half. But it's really put the drive into Knufflesands as to where the scatter goes, who randomly catches it, that sort of thing. I don't know, look here. I'm never disappointed when I look to scatter the ball. If there's someone adjacent to the ball when I scatter it, I say there's a pretty good chance he catches it. And while it isn't a good chance, it is brave. And a break. Oh, and if he tags it from the bottom, oh man. I think if he tags it from oh, and a GFI. Yeah, it tags it from the bottom, hard to clear. As every other tackle's tied up. And he'd otherwise been very diligent with his basing of non-tackle fellas with blodge steppers to keep them on the ball. There wasn't going to be a clean way to clear it. I guess outside of this inside warrior coming down. By the inside warrior, I mean the Mighty Blow Banter Claws number 2. Yeah, the final action League GFI. There's no way that he... And with no dice for the ball. There's no way the block on the dancer doesn't just happen. Yeah, away from the tree for when it stands up next turn. Lodgeman free for the screen. And yeah, look, sorry, I might have got distracted last time I was talking about it, but Freeze's pickup on Hawkon was a reasonable enough deterrent for Enarion's leaps to be vigorous. Wouldn't have minded that warrior that blitzed his extra 2 square. I guess it was a GFI. A little worried about the front of the cage. No one else really gets there. Although I guess if he gets to success on the Strength Dancer, well, the Strength Dancer steps away. I don't think it will. I think Enarion knows what's up. I think he'll step to the left to keep the... Oh, powers him! Huge pow! Holy shit. Oh, does nothing. Fair enough, yeah, but it now allows the Shorehands man to become at least relevant to the ball, but doesn't complete the cage. But with the, with the Strength 4 down, you don't really need to complete the cage. Double GFI to not get 2 dice. Oh, 1 dice. See, no, Enarion's guard's back on the field, but it's too far away. Yeah, double GFI to not get 1 dice. That's the Mighty Blow number 3, powers the dancer. Regular guard. Yeah, no deaths, amazingly resilient AB7. Risks the GFI, fails on the first one. Probably just worth saving, I think he's right. Oh, the ultimate prize! Yeah, look, I think had he made the GFIs to restrict the block on the ball to a 1 dice, the dirty player would have made their fail attempt on the 4 strength dancer for sure. Still has a bribe in hand. Oh, it's also the Niggled Warrior. If there is a lucky armor roll, Mighty Blow and Niggle applying on the injury. Well, he doesn't really have the men to block down. Yeah, no. Guard isn't getting it. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3. Applying itself. So, single GFI for the 1 dice. Catcher then maybe recovers, lobs it downfield to the other catcher. Away. Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. The 4+3 here. 4+2+. And to make it a 2 dice, that's kind of tempting, but probably not. Oh, it's pretty tempting. Starting to get a bit grinded. Well, not as bad as the first half. But yeah, based on the order, I think it's more important for the 4 strength dancer to be relevant. So I'd be content with the 1 dice here. 33% to get the ball on the ground. Might not even be taking it. Wow, that's such a shock. It's so hard to read in Enarion. Oh man. You know, we see 7 turns of incredible aggression on defense. Take the ball and turn loot over. Early leap into cages on turn 9. And then when a cage isn't formed, doesn't take the dice on it. I mean, this is still fine with the ball heavily marked. And then the dance irrelevant. The blitz likely to be used to clear the ball carrier, rather than blitzing the force strength. Yeah, good point from Lewchat. The 1-die would have been a skull into a skull. As all 1-die blocks should be. Maybe cheeky handoff. Leave tentacles on this catcher and dancer. Warrior into a cage. It would be based. Then once the ball's in the cage, yeah, absolutely. 1-9 on the handoff, 1-9 for a dodge to make the rear safe. I guess the warrior would have to dodge from the tree. Scary times. Muffs the second 1-9. Well and truly open air. And your guard has become relevant, so no reason not to 2 dice. This will be the clutch turn. Enarion snakes something here. Well, not even. Like, even if he snakes something here, let's say he snakes his next action, I still think he's got a pretty good shot at turning the web still. Whereas, if he succeeds on these 136 plays into a 55% 2 dice, fairly away. I mean, Tentacles Man will do a good job at preventing some movement. Definitely want Agi still relevant to recover. Let's see. And then look, the Tentacles still applying 1 in 36. If this tree had been not a success. And now the catcher and the 4-strength dancer don't need to dodge through Tentacles on a 1 in 36. They can dodge through the guard number 4's tackle zone. Well played there. Risk the 1-9 on the tree to save Tentacle rolls. Blocking to the left to be well away from anyone with any sort of ball handling skills. Agi 5 thrower. Movement 6 Agi 5 thrower. 2+2+2+. GF5 1-9 pickup. Well, look, it's still mine. So look, Agi 5 man's free, guard man's free. Beastman on the ground here would be pretty important. I mean, unlike Nurgle, Chaos Warriors still handle the ball reasonably well and can make a pickup as good as any Pestigo, or rephrase, as any Beastman. We saw how amazing the Agi 5 movement 6 throw was against Breeze. 4 pluses into tackle zones to dodge, 4 pluses to pick up, 2 pluses out. Desperate times for Lou. I wouldn't even be surprised to see a red dice on the tree. 1 at a time for the dodges. Makes the first 2 plus. Reroll used on the second. pick up successfully on the first. Final Lodge, final GFI. Amazing. Made a sequence of 2+s and didn't get punished. Agi 5 escapes. I like that dodge though. Stops Frenzy Man from 3+ing to 4 dice to the ball. One, two, three, four. I didn't like the 1 die though. On a skull. Even now on the push with a single GFI to get the... Oh, not even. Wouldn't have done anything. Fair enough. 1D's fine. I mean, it's still someone more relevant to the ball, but Enarion scores next turn, I'm sure. Yeah, look, the Lodge Step Catcher and Sidestep Wrestle lineman marked by Tackle Wrestle. I thought there was a cheeky way to clear one of the 2 tackles, the tackle palm that's on the ground, or the wrestle tackle that's standing. Just not. With the Sidestep Lodge, even getting the power on A2 dice will be tough. But I guess maybe the assist. Look for the power or the both down with the Wrestle Man and 4-3. Yeah, look, has to be a success on this capture. Well, there you go. All in the hands of Agi 5. Single marker. Well, he needs to double mark this downfield elf then. Oh no, it's looking disastrous. Ready for a red dice? I'm ready. I mean, Mark and Agi 5 won't do too much, but it could. It's better than making no attempt at it. Yeah, at the moment there's a reasonable 136 into listening to clear a bunch of people, into running downfield into a cage. Going for the dodge over the red. I guess with stand firm. No, it's strictly superior to dodge, rather than red die for a 7. Yes, look at Enarion have a well, look, it's not guaranteed. Assuming not a snake from the dancer, bangs tackle wrestle. Not too hard to screen out the catcher that'll hold the ball. I guess the real dilemma is, does he want to score on 13? Can he achieve 2 Kaz? And with a 1-man bench, there are just 3 on the field then, if 50% of the KOs wake up. By 3 on the field, I mean 3 off the field. The 1-man bench, only 2 down. Wouldn't be too worried about a Chaos 2-turn. And And then if they're trying to score in 2 turns, they're not banging down elves that are trying to screen. Set them up set them up to be in a better spot for the game against either Ducky or Debaser next week. Assuming all goes well for him. I mean, when you're in this sort of situation and you're not playing against a 4 strength War Dancer or an Agi 5 War Dancer, it's safe to start thinking about next week and who you can keep alive. Yeah, look, lose one play here is face everyone and if you can force him to score to give you at least a chance, you know, a chance to have to try. Bit of a hole through the middle, but still risking 1 in 36 dodges, 2 of whom are marked by tackle for 1 in 6 dodges. Though 2 rolls in hand, wouldn't be too scared, can block one of the tackles away, rotate the whole team. And yeah, look, wisely, Lew's still playing for the win. Average call coach in this position is piling on that, but he's absolutely right not to. Having tackle on the ball carrying catch is the best he could do. Yeah, I wouldn't hate res format either, Marl. GFIs protects the tackle pom somewhat. Looks like it's a 1 in 6 risk, or 1 in 36 risk either way. Well, he didn't blitz the tackle, man. Be a 1 in 6 then for the carrier too if he doesn't block it away. Blocking it away seems fine with the thrower. Oh, I guess it's an extra block. This wasn't a guard man, was it? If it's a guard man, I apologize for being retarded. Alright, I apologize for being retarded. No, that was the absolute play to get tackle off the ball. My bad. Guard Chaos Warrior. Get out of here, Cheese. Swear to God, mate. Swear to God. Why would you say stuff like that? Ridiculous. 25. Take 100 points from Cheese. All that effort to get tackle off the ball, snakes it anyway. Didn't think it would be a game for Enarion without a snake. Downfield tense man, unmarked, in a scoring position. No one else is in a scoring position. Oh, baby. So, gotta get a throw off the wall. Shouldn't be too hard, it's not sidestepping. Can apply guard without too much issue. Don't want to touch the Agi Dancer, as that's just going to sidestep and mess all your shit up. I think it's the Mighty Blow Chaos Warrior Blitz. Yeah, absolutely. Tackle Man picks it up and... oh my god, he needed not a 1 in 9. What if it was a Wrestleman he could have used? I guess the Wrestleman needs to pick up the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reroll on sucks so much. It's almost worth not. Nah, yeah, it's still active. Maybe risking the Mighty Blow Man first, so that Wrestleman could have blitzed for all the successes. Firing a double skull. Then the Chaos Warrior could have gone 2, 3, 4, 5. 2+2+, better than a 3+, into a 3+ handoff, into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4 into a 3+3+. That would rely on powering a dancer there. Look at the dancer with the mighty blow hit doesn't step anywhere. Oh, I guess to the left. Fair enough. It was fine not to make the dancer block. Oh man, yeah, just not 1 in 90 then. Fair enough. There wasn't anything. Pretty tempting to punt it. Now we without the reroll. Oh, stays in. What a good throw. Catcher's gonna have a hell of a time trying to recover that. I think even Agi Dancer might find it a bit of a hike. Double GFI for Agi Dancer. Agi Dancer's still probably the best bet. Oh yeah, didn't even consider pass block. I guess the pass block catcher on the ground. Another pass block nearby. Catcher immediately runs upfield. I would have liked to have seen number 13 catcher tag the Chaos Warrior in case, you know, a leap fails, or the double GFI pickup fails, or the throw fumbles. Because the number 1 Chaos Warrior is otherwise in scoring position. To not tag it, I think is madness. They just assumes he's going to make a bunch of 2+. Offs the pickup. Oh, ballsy man thinking about not rerolling the pickup, as on 2 of the 8 scatters. 5 of the 8 scatter squares have Lew not scoring. No, he doesn't even have to throw it. Unless there's an outrageous chain push. Yeah, no, just holding it, that's fine. Because the Chaos Warrior can't blitz the dancer and score. Unless someone else can get freely chained. Doesn't really look like it. Not at all. Imagine if he failed the leap or one of the 2 GFIs, or in addition to the pickup. Would have been banged on. More so than that Snakes on the previous turn, but at least we got an exciting turn 15. Might still see overtime, Lew could still receive, every KO could still remain out, and Enarion could get a, you know, unlucky block 1 time. The handoff that he's going to do to the midfield catcher or dancer. You know, that's pretty safe. Multiple scoring threats. I think if Lew doesn't sack the ball, he's done. But then again, I still would like number 13 catcher for Enarion to have tagged the Warrior. Not only in the instance that his 2+, 2+, 2+, 2+, 2+ fails, but also, yeah, then denying the splits. No one else will blitz the dancer. Might even see. Oh man, imagine if Lew just puts tents on the dancer rather than trying to power it. I think that might even be better. Then blitz one of the catching receivers, because you know the safer play is on the catcher. In case a reroll is used elsewhere. So it shouldn't be really outside of the Agi 5 leap on a 2+, in plus handoff. I guess the throw then maybe. Dancer maybe single GFI post leap to the thrower, who then throws to any of their catchers. And no GFIs for anyone to hit the carrier outside of the Tentacles Warrior. And look, I wouldn't hate the Tentacles marking it. And the blitz on the pass block catcher. At least then it's 1 in 6s. Rather than trying to power Dancer. Though trying to power the Dancer gets you the power opportunity, as well as on a not power the Dancer as well. Because none of this is really hard for Enarion with the reroll. I mean, it's all relying on your opponent rolling a 1. Whereas 4 dice on the ball for a power that on AV7 has a pretty good chance of stunning. And if it does, then his play becomes 5+, 1 in 6, 1 in 36. No cheese. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think anything else. Kind the tenses a block for pushes, sidesteps 1 score up, gets the handoff, 1 in 36 out into these, but probably the catcher. So it truly will be a 1 in 6, 1 in 36, 1 in 36. If it isn't a POW. I think the POW is the best. Well, the most realistic way of not having him. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, I probably would have taken the both down there. It doesn't matter. Just so the Dancer didn't try to sidestep 1 square forward. Oh, similarly, 4 Strength Dancer does a cheeky 2-die for a success into this. That's why I thought he should have stepped down. Because then he doesn't have to make this GFI to hand off to the thrower. AG5 catches it on a 2+. 1 in 36 is out. Oh, fair enough. That sorts that out. Catcher 2, pretty good. I think that's the best he could have done. And yeah, it sucks to burn the reroll for overtime, but it's better to have an overtime than lose in normal time. Alright, so you've got the choice between the 3+ catch, the immediate throw, 3, 4, 5, 6, single GFI for the, no, it's an AG5, so there's still single GFI for the 2+, or just risks the 3+, it does a single GFI for the 2+, 2+ throw, 1 in 9 catch, nails it, 1 in 36 dodge. No snakes this time. And well, there we go. A 2-1 win for Enarion. Advances to the... All the pundits will be, except for Lewpac, will be quite pleased. And look, unsurprisingly, those 5 of 6 KO rolls, I think, really made the second half. And I'm sure there will be analysis for weeks up until Ducky and Masterplay at some point this weekend. Oh man, what a tough game.
I'm back. Wow, man, it was always going to be an uphill against all that block. I mean, I got so lucky in the first half, to be honest with you. Like,
absolutely. I thought if it wasn't for that fireball.
Also every speculative 2 dice I made with the mighty blows was powering them. I rolled so many powers in the first half, it just kept me alive. And I thought, if he had shit luck on the KOs, I could have had a real shot. But
yeah,
he got
absolutely.
5 out of 6. But to be fair, like any other day, I wouldn't have got all those powers, and he wouldn't have had 6 guys KO'd in the first place.
True, but I mean, it's the price you pay when you base so aggressively for 7 turns. I don't have much sympathy for that amount of KOs, to be honest.
Yeah, but he knows if he bases aggressively, I can't get out of it. Like every
absolutely.
turn, I couldn't protect the ball, and
I would trade
he must have lost
11 KOs for turning over my opponent.
Oh yeah, and he must have had 7 dice on the ball as well in the first half. I got lucky because he never had a reroll for it because he failed every leap.
Yeah.
I didn't really. I don't know. I could have done with a few more Kaz really, but you can't base around that. I thought like until he sacked me in the second half, like I thought I was in it all the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the wizard. I think the wizard was good because like. I don't know, like I was in the situation and I've seen the best catcher, both War Dancers and a Blodge Stepper on there. You know, odds on I get 2. And I think we've just seen too many games in this playoff where the wizard is kept too long to the point it becomes irrelevant.
Yep, I liked it. I thought that if you didn't wizard and get a good result, or at least the exact result that you did, that you're probably losing the ball. And the wizard doing what it did allowed you to get the ball safe and score.
Yeah.
And so
and made it an 8-turn drive, which meant he only got one shot of the KOs. Like I think if he gets average 3 KOs stay out there, I think he would have just struggled because I just outmuscle him.
Definitely, absolutely.
Tentacles man came in clutch again. I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the tentacles pick up, knowing I had elves into Skaven into elves. I think even held strength 3s a couple of times. But I mean I just look at Enarion's team. It's fucking godlike with stat ups. Do you know what I mean? And max.
Yeah, absolutely.
Max guys. I've got a single double across my entire team.
It goes to show how right Prees was in the previous match to get Hubris, the 4-strength carrier.
Yeah, it makes it a lot more difficult for that War Dancer.
Yeah, exactly.
But I just think I stayed in the game the whole way, but just the luck kept swinging my way. Do you know what I mean? When I failed the dodge, the ball scattered well. When he scattered the ball, it fell to my tentacles warrior. Do you know what I mean? Any other day, and he could have run away with that. He could have run away with that 3-0, like without breaking a sweat. But I think the boys gave it a good shot, considering this is the worst iteration of the banter bus I've had in the playoffs. Like of the 3 banter bus teams, I would say this is the worst.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Because the first one had 60 games under their belt. All of the warriors were level 4 and 5. The new banter bus, while the warriors aren't so impressive, I have got the fucking stupid ball carrier. The Agi, if I had my Agi 4 strength 4 ball carrier to match his stat ups, then suddenly the sacking's not so easy.
Yeah, true. Oh man, that's some great positional play in the first half. Post that perfect defense. People tied up in the tree. Oh god,
yeah, and he made an absolute nightmare of it. But I think I made the right decision again, not using my ball carrier, because it would have been 2 GFIs to safety. I just decided that I would definitely commit the reroll, so I have to go. I mean, I don't ever go into a game expecting to lose, but I thought I would need a good swing to get something out of that.
Yeah, look, turn 8 before those KOs wake up. I think Lou wins this. If he's down, there was 1 Kaz and
well, it's a 5-1.
Yeah.
He got on the KOs, right? If that swang the
Imagine
exact, if it went inverse, exactly, and it easily could have been. Suddenly, he had a Kaz. So what's he filled in then? He's filled in 7 against my 11
minus 5. Yeah,
and one of them's a tree.
You do your palette often for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't have had that many KOs if I.
But I mean, before the KO rolls, I thought you had it, and then the KOs woke up and I realized you didn't have it, and that the same thing in the first 7 turns would happen in the last 7 turns, and eventually you'd get the ball.
Wow, someone just PM'd me and said we broke 400 viewers for that match as well.
Yeah, absolutely, until you started talking, for sure.
Oh, shut your mouth.
Now it's 371.
Oh, everyone's left. I'm back. Maybe you should be the voice of my stream. Although I feel that that's done before. I feel that's been done.
Maybe.
There must be no one else good online. Like, so everyone's watching.
Doubles.
Do you know what though? I definitely think it was an exciting game the whole way though.
Oh, definitely, edge of your seat.
And that his only double one of the game came on that clutch dodge.
Yeah, absolutely, radical change. Well, I mean, there was a double skull if you include that here and there.
Yeah, he rolled a double skull. I think if I could have had the reroll for that pass as well. That 1 in 9 to clear the ball killed me. I was in two minds. I was like, look,
yeah, absolutely.
do I just go for the save the reroll, go for the 4+ pass and a dodge? And I was like, well, no, because I've got an 8 in 9 chance that I reduce a 4+ pickup and a 3+ dodge to just a 3+ pickup. So again, it was just killer using the reroll there. But I think we both had our share of the luck. I think the luck was quite even the whole game. I don't feel like I got diced. I don't feel like I diced him. I think we both played a solid game, and Enarion played well enough to win it.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It hit 4:10, Scoot Dog says, and then everyone left because the game was over.
Was it because the game was over, or they heard this weird other guy speaking?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Again,
no,
sorry to Ducky/Debater though. Couldn't do any permanent to him. I think I got quite a few hits on those dancers as well.
You really did. And every time I said, "Oh, he got the power," it was, "Oh, it does nothing."
Any time they went down, I think I KO'd one of them.
Yeah.
I even fouled him a few times with my dirty player. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the inducements though. I thought it was the right call. Like, what else were you doing with that second 100k?
I was tempted to get an
reroll. I considered the Apo as well.
I considered the Apo. I considered the reroll. I even considered the Minotaur. To be honest with you, just
I saw that initial highlight and I thought, no.
If I could, do you know what?
If
I could, again, I hate to harp back to Blood Bowl 1, but if I could have induced a Minotaur with tentacles, I would.
Oh man.
I would have done that, and I'd have blitzed him into annoying spots and just tied up as many elves as I could.
Absolutely.
But I think, I think I played well considering the team difference. I don't think I made any mistakes. I was more, I don't think I made dodges and stuff that I wasn't forced into.
No, I really like the handoff from the Tentacles man to keep Tentacles on Agi5 in the capture. That otherwise would have gone to a safe cage, had the 1 in 9 dodge worked.
Well, again, like,
well, not strictly
it's the same failure state, ball on floor, isn't it? On a 1 in 9 fail, the difference is the Tentacles guy is standing. So it's to me it's the exact same rolls with a worse failure, and the ball could be on the Tentacles.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and there was one turn where the time ran out too.
Yeah, I did. I've got to about 3 seconds. I was trying to work out my moves.
Well,
I was making that dodge anyway, I think, because if I stand there, I'm losing the ball 100%. Like, because he can chain it from one dancer into the other into a sidestepper if he wanted to. So there was no way I was keeping the ball without dodging. So
yeah, I think the Pom Post Blitz could have assisted for a block on one of the backup thrower with tackle. I can't remember what that did, but it did something. And yeah, look, outside of that and the double red dive with the capture, I couldn't believe it when I saw that. I thought, no way.
Open with that. Could have sculled that turn 1 for me. That'd be nice.
Galandikaz, absolutely.
That misclick. The problem is with that is, like, I like that wide setup because it doesn't let them through so easy. But traditionally, when you do that setup, you have to put the 3 in the middle so that when they get knocked back, it doesn't let them in to blitz the valuable guy.
But then you got 3 on the tree.
But then you've got 3 on the tree. So again, things like a Beast of Nurgle, a tree, a Croxigore, even a Rat Ogre, you want to spread out so you're not being tailed up.
For sure.
The scatter onto the Tentacles Warrior as well, I actually didn't like because he could have actually blitzed off one of the Warriors with his Strength 4, then knocked down the Frenzy guy anywhere and grabbed it with the Agi 5 on 2 dice, on a 2+. Rather than risk any sort of scatter, because the scatter.
Oh, true.
The scatter has a chance to go well for me. Do you know what I mean? The other play is still a 2+. Yeah, his Agi 5 would have been on the Tentacles, but he could have just lobbed it. He still could have 2+ passed it out because he's Agi 5.
True.
So I think Enarion played really well, but I think I got enough to keep me in it. I kept going. I never gave up.
Yeah, no, you absolutely fought to the end.
And Enarion's 5-0 was nowhere to be seen.
No.
Well, we'll see you for Season 3, hopefully.
No, as long as Sasaniga isn't chasing you at the end.
banter bus. Nah, don't worry about that, me. I'll take care of that. There's a few contenders, but I'm on a solid 29 wins now.
Yeah, had a good run for sure.
Yeah, did you see
Some very skilled orcs and some.
Oh my god, the orcs are insane. Some of the guys are okay, but they just. I've said people don't really seem to know what to take on their inducements. Like, people think, oh, you know, loner lineman is a waste of money on inducements, but you don't go into you don't go with 11 men up against the bus, do you?
Yeah, absolutely. That's just experience. Like, a lot of people know how to make 2 dice blocks and all-man mark, and then dodge someone and blitz. That's not too hard, and you can still lose to that. But it's little things, you know, the little things adding up, as you say. Over the course of an entire game, those 5% swings out of poor decisions someone makes, that usually gets the better player the win.
Yeah, I mean, and just you could just tell the difference in the match, can't you? From your average Cole match, it's just a completely different level. Like that game, my game against Notorious, the game against Agent TBC wasn't such a big deal because Lizardmen is my favourite matchup. Once I get up and running, it's my least favourite matchup for any TV 1000 team, but it's my favourite matchup once I get my Chaos up and running because of how crappy they are once they lose a few Saurus.
Yeah, even a few skanks. If they lose anything, they're pretty done.
Yeah.
When you think about it, they start with no skills that really matter. You know, dodge on skinks, sure. That's a lot like Chaos. But for some reason, the lizards really are the heart and soul of the team. The Sauruses, sorry. And that seems to really, really hurt, for sure.
I'd say I don't think top 4 for season 2 is disrespectful, especially considering my team.
Yeah, absolutely. Best record to date. You broke the 1-game curse that I was forever going to meme about.
Got to the 3rd game. Still one more game than you, Fashy. Maybe
I'll have to push the Chaos season 4. What if you play and lose the next 2, and then it becomes February, and you can't beat me? Give a backup plan. How about those undeads? How are they doing?
My undead. Oh no, my undead was in Stripping's league anyway.
Don't you have a champ ladder undead too?
I did, but I rage deleted him when my block mummy got killed.
No, gotcha.
I couldn't afford to play him, and I couldn't be bothered to play. I might still have them. I do still have them. 7. No, they were 7-1-2, so they're not even that good.
How many Lewpoms would you give me to not play my Chaos anymore?
Huh?
How many Lewpoms, because they're the new channel currency, would I get for not playing the Chaos?
Get to 25 wins, and we'll see what your record's like, and then we'll discuss rates.
All right, done. Yeah, so Ducky Debaser then for this weekend sometime.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to speak to Ducky about the schedule. Are we on to cast that Fashy baby?
For sure.
And then hopefully, if it's over this weekend or whatever, then hopefully we can get the final done before the What's Next event, which is Wednesday. And then that'll be season 2 wrapped up.
Indeed. Imagine Ducky's dual champion.
No, it's not impossible. He's very good, but I'm definitely not writing out Debaser, especially with the death of that witch.
Yeah,
honestly,
true.
I honestly think
Strength Pom would have done real work against the Brats.
Yeah, Kool-Aid with a little bit of luck on his side kept in it until the end. But the Basis team is much better.
Yeah, not 2 Agi 5, Agi 4 Brett Blitzers. Lodging everywhere. I think Ducky just has, 2 tackle now that the witch is gone?
I mean, that witch was his team, wasn't it? Have a look.
That was an enormous threat.
Have a look, wow. Yeah, they're down to 1,700. They have got a bank for a wizard, though. They got a wizard bank. He's still got the movement 9 blitzer, which is a huge thing. Not a single mighty blow, though.
Oh yeah, that's right, the movement blitzer.
He's lost his blodge guard for the final as well. Still got 3 guard in play.
For the next match. It could be back at the final.
Oh, of course, yeah. So he's got to play these guys as well. Sorry, I thought that was. Yeah, I thought he was playing the final. Yeah, the problem is Enarion's gone through 3 rounds unscathed now, despite being like attacked at every angle. So he's got a full
I don't know
strength
how
team.
he does it.
I think he even gets some players back.
Oh, but look, 4 strength blodge. Look, the Dauntless Knights will tackle that down, no worries. It is only 5 move as well. So, yeah, no, Ducky's 1 turn will have to be on point. And yeah, with no Mighty Blow anyway, not really expecting to put Rule Hurt on unless they go full mans.
The base is actually down to 1670, although he does play 2 rerolls with a leader, which helps a lot with TV for these guys. 70k less doing it that way. Well, 50k less, I guess, because 20k for leader. But the double agi guys, he's got a Mighty Blow tackle to go hunting with, 4 guard, double dirty player presence, and he's going into the match with a 13-man squad and the TV disadvantage, but not so much disadvantage that he just gets wrecked.
True. What number did you say was enough to get a wizard for Debaser?
Debaser will be, because Ducky's going to get a loner as well, so 1670 versus 1770. So he will be able to get a wizard counting his bank.
Fair enough. Safe to say that'll happen.
Yeah, well, if you can get a wizard, you do, because if you lose the game, you're out.
And you're right. He does have the Mighty Blow Blitz tackle option.
But Ducky will have a wizard as well.
Doesn't.
Ducky will have a wizard as well. And he knows that if he gets through, he's going to be massive underdog to Enarion, so he doesn't need to save that bank for a wizard.
Exactly.
Because, he's got plenty. He'll have plenty of inducement money, as did I. Yeah. I think it could be a really exciting game, though.
Definitely. If Mighty Blow tackle blitzes from the number 9 blitzer B-Par Maccabeewa does work, then Ducky could just be
I played Debaser in one of his last games.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I played against this team. Banterbus 2.3 beat his team 2-1 in my 3rd to last game of the season, I think.
Probably useful for Ducky to scout it, maybe.
Maybe, to see how he plays.
Did you do any Enarion scouting outside of just watching the matches that he'd done in the past?
Yeah, I mean, I know Enarion's playstyle. Like, he likes to have a massively blodge steppy team, and he just likes to press people, especially the Agi 3 teams that can't maneuver out of it. I mean, he kind of rides his blodge, and he doesn't do it stupidly. He'll never feed a guy to a tackler. Do you know what I mean? He'll always
he was really careful about who he put where.
He'll always do it in his favour. I think he made a couple. I think he made a random unassisted foul on my killer though, which I thought could have been a bit of a risk.
I thought that was shit.
Like, I don't even think you gang foul in that situation, because the only way I win is mass removal, and 33%
you're
to
removing
leave
yourself.
the pitch.
Exactly, and you're only breaking armor on the 5/5, 6/5, and 6/6. On the 9+ foul.
6/4 as well.
Oh yeah, gotcha. Yeah. Not super likely.
No,
I hated it.
Yeah, it's just not nice. Even 1 assist changes the odds completely.
Yeah.
But it's not often the Chaos Claw Pommer doesn't get fouled. Like, anyone fouls it given a chance, because it's that deadly, isn't it?
Yeah, but maybe if you've taken a Kaz and you've only got a 12-man team and it's an overtime format match, I think that's a bit different.
Fair enough. I mean, it's his playstyle. He won, so there's nothing more to say. I mean, I didn't actually foul as much as I wanted to, because I was constantly on the back foot.
Yeah, another advantage of the aggression.
Interested as well that he didn't give me the tree on the LOS. I think that was correct.
Yeah, there was a bit of debate, as it could have been 1 square forward to deny the Warriors from following up.
Yeah, but we're not really following up the sidesteppers anyway. We're trying to defend more than push. That's the thing. The reason his team survives so well is because you're just constantly trying to get rid of them rather than actively hunting.
Yeah. Maybe some suboptimal blitzes come, but you still blitz with the opponent pretty reliably. Or, 3 dices on the catches that didn't have skills.
I tell you though, the 3 downs on the wizard, if that had done a bit of damage as well, 3 mighty blow hits on those armor 7s.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I got a KO or a stun out of it. I can't remember. I don't think I even removed one, but both dancers went down. That could have been huge.
Yeah, okay. It'd be crazy to go through 30 games and base dancers like that and have them still exist. Because it's a well-rounded, well-built team.
Yeah.
Rightio then. People are playing sound effects and I've been neglecting chat.
You've not been reading your chat, Fashbinder. What kind of streamer do you call yourself?
Hold up. Sorry, sorry, go on. I gave Thor a new song and he's loving it.
Oh, I'm done. Right. I think that's going to be good night from me as well, guys and girls. I will be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. normal time, Blood Bowl Badman stream. Yeah, and we might even do a little DJ set. I know Fash loves them.
Gotta get me some wicked reloads.
With DJ Lana. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks to all the loads of new followers. Thanks to Call of Cthulhu as well. I think he hosted us for like 200 viewers at the start of the match. Something
yeah, he did.
There was a big old raid. I did mention it in chat and all that.
Oh, nice.
But yeah,
and Aaron says with some BM, it's custom to thank your opponent for the game. Did you not thank him for the game?
I said GG, man. Thanks for the game at the end.
There you go, Aaron. No more you whinging. Chuckles. Okay, for a game of Atlas, let's do it.
Me?
Yep.
Okay.
One time?
Couple of games of Atlas.
Oh baby.
I'm gonna play it off stream though. Honest. Yeah, I did say GG, but he was running the ball in. It did go through though, for the grey screen, and it was a cracking game. As I say, I do like being tested. Do you know what I mean? I thought my game against the Master was brilliant. I thought that game was brilliant. Both solid opponents. Yeah, and I don't think I embarrassed myself. That's nice. Right, guys, thank you for watching. You guys are amazing. We're going to go and play Atlas Reactor off stream now, I think, because, yeah, I'm just mentally exhausted. I need to just have Fash tell me what to do in a game.
Shoot this man.
Shoot this man. Do a bounce shot, Lou. Right.
Exactly.
I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Whatever you're doing with the rest of your day, morning, or lunch, whatever time it is where you are, have a great one, guys. And thank you for watching. Much love. Big up your nans.